Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Twisted Jonathan, and today we are playing Formula 1 Manager 2024. Except this is going to be Formula 1 Manager 2026. How, you may ask? Well, we're going to hypothetically say that all the drivers who have seats right now are staying in their seats, and we are going to be creating a team. As you can see here, we are going to use the 2026 calendar, the 2025 lineups, but we're going to say, they all kept their seats, right? And we are going to be managing the Cadillac Andretti Motorsport Team. It's what the Cadillac F1 Team, right? So sit back, relax. Let's get the team lineups right. So on 2024, it still has the 2024 lineups like Max here and Checo. I'm going to fix all this off camera because I have to pull up Google and make sure that these drivers are these staff members are where they need to be, as well as just in case I mess up a driver. But I'm pretty sure I know where every driver is because I just watched FP2 there in Imola, so should be alright. Alright, let's get this done. So I don't know who's who and where, so we're gonna keep the staff. And y'all can be upset about that. Like I know someone, like some designer is changed and all that, like whatever. Alright. So we have the drivers down. We got the 2025 drivers where they belong. Franco Colapinto took over for Imola, so I'm gonna put him in there over our boy Jack Doohan, just because I think Franco's probably gonna do better and he's probably gonna keep his seat. Yep. Alright. So, and that does stay, okay. And now to the calendar. So I gotta make sure that the 2026 calendar is released. Oh no. I don't think Madrid's an option yet. Ugh. Okay. We'll just keep it then. Points is staying the same. We're getting rid of the fastest lap, because that's the way it is too. I don't know what that means. And I think those stay the same. Cost cap. Let's see if they've released the 2025 cost cap for F1. Is 140, and they'll probably bring it down, so 139 is probably about right. In fact, can we bring it down one more? Okay. 139, almost on the dot. Alright. So we'll save this. New save. We'll call this Cadillac. Yep. F1. And we'll continue.
Formula 1, a new season and a new dawn as a brand new team lines up on the grid. That means an even harder challenge to secure that coveted championship silverware, as the on-track action is turned right up to 11. We're ready for excitement ahead as the teams return to the drawing board in the battle to end Red Bull's dominance. They'll need to balance their aspirations for high performance with the risk of pushing too far and inviting catastrophic failures out on the track. With many drivers on the last year of their contracts, team principals will need to ensure that they're kept in the right mindset across the whole season, as well as managing sponsor demands and protecting their most valuable assets from the prying eyes of their rivals. As a new competitor enters the fray, anything is possible. This is Formula 1.
Alright, so forget everything you just heard, because none of that matters. because this is the 2025 season. This is going to be called Cadillac F1 Team. It will be out of the United States. And we'll do our own story. So the next step is we'll keep the starting balance. Well, Cadillac's bringing a lot of money. 25 million, sure. They're bringing state-of-the-art facilities. We'll keep this average, because I don't want to be back markers, and I don't think Cadillac's going to be a back marker. In my humble opinion, I think Cadillac's going to be just fine. Probably like 5th or 6th in the driver standings. Or, not the driver standings, the constructor standings. So, we'll keep all this. Alright, now this is the big speculation moment. It is very much rumored that our first driver, this is like 100% going to happen in most people's view, right? Checo Perez. I mean, everyone's already basically got him locked as a Cadillac driver, so we'll keep Checo. Now this is where speculation comes in. So, some people want Valtteri Bottas, but what that will do is have two 34-year-olds. Can't have that, right? Some people are saying Guan Yu Zhou. No. I'm saying Mick Schumacher gets his second chance. That's my own personal opinion. At 24 years old, he'll be 25 by the time he actually raced, but Checo and Mick. A decade difference in age gives Mick his chance, gives Sergio the chance to prove himself. They're both in very similar situations, right? They both got kicked from their teams probably before they should have. Mick was put in a pretty crappy Haas car, and Checo, everyone knows that Red Bull, the second seat is cursed, as well as the development of the Red Bull only suits Max, all that good stuff. So that's a lineup that makes sense for me. You got experience, youth, marketability in both the American area, North America, as well as Europe. Alright, and our staff. Now this hasn't come out, unless it has. Let me check. Google. So, this is the team of people that we have to create. They're not anything special. I didn't make them overpowered. Now we get to... I'm going to steal some people. Alright, I'm going to steal a couple of 3 stars. I'm going with John Howard and Tom Stollard. That seems fair. Yeah. So we'll take those guys. So this is our team. Checo Perez, Mick Schumacher, and I created these 3 gentlemen here who are actually Googleable, who work for Cadillac F1 coming next year. Nick Chester is the technical chief. The head of aerodynamics is John Tomlinson. And where'd he go? Where'd my sporting director go? I guess he's considered a 2-star. Graham Loudon is the sporting director, right? Head of aero sporting director. I stole John Howard and Tom Stollard. Alright. Ferrari's giving us engines just like in real life. Cadillac is purchasing Ferrari engines until they get their own engine suppliers up and going. So, now we get to do the team branding. If we look up Cadillac F1, at least the cars I'm seeing don't have a livery. I mean, you got some, hopes and prayers that some people are wanting. But I'm seeing most of the images that I'm seeing that are like renders that people are like wanting for a wish list have it as a nice, American red, white, and blue-ish theme. And I want to stick with that. So our primary color is going to be red. The American flag is a pretty decent bright red, right? Or like a nice deep red. Our secondary color is going to be blue. I know it's red, white, and blue, but the blue is also a very nice dark blue. Probably even darker than that. Let's try 30. That might even still be too bright. Let's try 20. See how deep we can get this blue without it being black. Yes. 225, 120, 0, 170, and then because I like the white to be a little bit off, just so it stands out against regular white, we would do 80. All right. So those are our team colors. Yeah, I like this livery actually. Kind of has a flag flowing kind of vibe to it. So I think I'm actually going to stick with this flag style, like flowing style livery. I think it looks good. So we're going to leave it like that. Driver suit. All right. So I made this logo earlier. That's the closest. I'm not super creative, but that's the closest we're going to get to the Cadillac. I put a C in there. It's got a C. It kind of looks like the Cadillac badge. It looks more like the Van Oss logo, honestly, but that's the Cadillac logo for me. All right, so this is our team right here. All right, so Twisted Jonathan, we're an experienced manager, standard rates or standard difficulties. Let's do it. All right, we're back. Hit first day. Thank you for welcoming us. Okay. All right, we're back. So I want to do this to start off and get our low speed better. We're doing big upgrades. Yep, so my strategy is going to be big upgrades on 2 parts or less per, go around. So we're using half of our hours, half of our wind tunnel hours, and CFD hours. All right. And we're going to focus basically all of it in low speed. That'll put us up to 7th in low speed. It'll help mildly with, that high speed and medium speed, but I'm not worried about that. We're also going to take our life. We're going to take the weight away too. All right, so that'll affect. How long will this take? 5 days. We're going to do intense as well. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it'll help us in the long run. We're going to do the same thing with the rear wing. Let's throw all of our CFD hours into it, as well as our wind tunnel hours. And what this will help us with is our top speed and our dirty air tolerance. And so those are the things that we're struggling with most, is top speed, dirty air tolerance, and weight. That's what we're going to focus on. So, boom. Top speed, it gets a huge bump. And our weight. Let's do 3 and 5, actually. Wait. Yeah, 3 and 5. Okay. Boom. And this should take about the same amount of days. You have 32 days. So it's not, none of these are going to be done before our first race. We got some not bad cars though. That's not bad. Mick's gonna struggle. I already know. Mick is our project. He's our guy we're gonna look to build up, and Checo is kind of our stopgap, right? You know, he's getting up there in age. He's got 10 months left on his contract. Mick's got 3 years. He's young. You know, his development focuses, or his mentality is neutral. They're both, everyone's neutral actually. But, you know, we're going to be looking for another driver here soon. Our affiliates, this game does not do the affiliates, you know, part right, I don't think. So we got these two ending their contract here soon. We might be looking to upgrade him. He's got 3 years, and so we might be keeping him, but those two we might be looking to upgrade soon. All right, so let's continue on to our sponsor negotiations. I don't know why it does that. All right, welcome to the 2024 season. Scratch that. It's the 2026 season. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think that they're going to win this year, so scratch that and say it's McLaren was the construction champion. And Oscar's in the lead right now, and I think he might take it. But, oh well. All right. So we got 3 options here. Got Vulture, which is a high reliance. I think we're going to go with performance reliance low, just because I don't know how well Mick is going to do it, and I'm worried about that. And also the staff activities, easier to handle, I think. And it's the middle on funding as well. So, about 2 million more than that, and 2 million less than that. So we're going to do that. Let's see here. We're going to take all the 2 stars we can. And then now it's really important to get the most money up front, in my opinion. So, Bad Turtle. That's a good money bounce right there. And who do we have left? 84, 82, 82, 83. So Serpent gives us race day money. Race day money is going to be important. Ooh, but it's got a high reliance. Whatever. Okay. 84 million. Nope, I'm gonna keep it, and we're gonna hope we don't suck. Alright, and I'll be right back once I fix this disaster. Alright, so welcome back. We've got most of the logos. I just went with custom colors instead of the way that they actually look. One, because that Bad Turtle logo is just a white box, so it goes up here okay, but on the back I did it like that, which I think looks pretty sick actually. But this is our car all kitted out with the logos on them, so we'll save that, make our own save for that. Where'd it go? Nah. What's that? Okay. No. There it is. Okay. I don't know why it... Apply changes. Okay. Alright, that was almost a disaster. This game kind of scares me sometimes. Alright, let's get these driver suits fixed. Alright, so that's going to be the suits. I like that a lot better. Apply changes and save design. I actually saved them. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we got our money. $44 million in the bank after spending, what, $10 million on upgrades? That's should be good. And now we have a chance to make a bunch of that money back, too. So they really like this, the activities. So, the staff activities. Here we go. And we're already way past that. And Should be alright. So we should make $2.5 million just from this period. In fact, let me take that off. And that should be good. Alright. So it's race day. Or not race day, but it's race weekend. Here are the stats for our boys. Looks like smoothness. Oh, makes me chewing through tires. I should have looked at that before I picked him. That's actually his worst stat is tire management. That's okay. Maybe he'll improve on that. Our race targets. I don't know if we're going to get points off the bat. So I'm not going to go with points off the bat. And Mick, I'm really worried about. I don't think he... I'm going to put him at 16th. You know, he has the best, or the 12th best car on the grid, so he theoretically should be going 12th or higher. But it's his first race back in years, so we're going 16th.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. But change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right, 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. Well, there's a newcomer in the RB seat this weekend, an opportunity for them to see what they can do with the car. Our weekend action starts here.
Okay, so the way I do races is I do the car setups. I'll simulate the first session. I don't do practices. And if you want me to, you know, actually do the practices, let me know in the comments below, but I think it just takes too much time doing all the practices. But I do the adjustments myself. So like that, we're gonna put all those in the sweet spots. That's not actually in. There we go. Alright. And then I'll simulate the practices. That, if you don't like that, just let me know in the comments below. And we'll do practice every now and then if that's what you want. But I just do the car setups, make sure that they're within reasonable setup ranges, and then adjust from there. Like that. He was at 89. Mick's still a little off.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tires. Teams will need to use their tire allocations wisely.
There, of course, we've got Nico Hulkenberg. How do you think he's faring heading into qualifying?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
But don't go anywhere, folks. It's nearly time for qualifying.
Alright. So, look, we got Checo within 97%. I'm not even going to touch that. That's good. We can probably get Mick within range. He actually needs to go that way. And that's probably as close as we're going to get to perfect with Mick. Alright. So, I like to do 2 flying laps to start off. See, they both have 4 sets of softs. So yeah, 2 flying laps to start off. They've had practice. Let's get into qualifying.
Track is green.
Alright, and we'll go here and check out track details. Rubber is pretty much at the highest it's going to get. And obviously that's not going to change yet. Some people are getting out early. So we're going to send Mick right after this Mercedes gets out of George Russell gets out of the way. In 3, 2, 1. Look at this car in action.
Radio check, please.
He's going on his. And we can probably send him out now. There he goes. They're going to get their tires warmed up. So we'll times 2 while we're waiting. I love this camera angle right here. So this season, while we do want to score points, I mean, we have to get 6th place to meet our goal. Mick Schumacher is probably not going to be the one scoring hardly any points. We're also going to be not upgrading the car as heavily as the other teams might. Alright, he's about to go on his flying lap. So we'll watch that.
You've got a good gap to the car ahead. You should be clear to open your lap.
I love that chatter. Alright, he just passed Sector 1 in 27.29. Checo's opening up for his lap. Plenty of open space. I'll get some front wing action here. 26.9, 27.2. So Checo's already 3/10 up. .8. Driver cam. Russell just finished with a 129.6. Oh, he's over a second behind. That's not good. Yeah. Let's see where Checo finishes. And that's closer. All right. So what we'll do now is we'll let them do their flying lap, their next flying lap at 8 times speed here. Perez caught some traffic. Yeah, that's going to slow him down a little bit. Mick has 3 green sectors to a lot closer. Checo had 1 green sector. He got some lap traffic. Some slow cars ahead, but he should be okay. He might improve on this lap. We'll see. It's only 5/10 down. He does not improve, actually. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So while we're waiting for them, I'm going to put this down on 1 lap, and we'll just have one final go at it. We're about a second down on Leclerc here. With Mick in 1.2. Okay.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
And we'll send them out with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock. All right. Now, 3, 2, 1, and send out. Checo, he has about... He's got plenty of time. Only issues if he catches lap traffic. Let them warm up their tires, and we will watch as they go around the lap. All right, Mick. We'll keep it on 2 times speed. They got fresh rubber and less fuel in the car, so if they can improve, that's good. And they're also probably not going to catch too much lap traffic. Not an improvement for him, improvement for Checo. All right. No improvement for Mick. Slight improvement for Checo. Maybe. Nope, no improvement. Okay. Well, we made it through. As long as Stroll and Gasly and Colapinto don't blow us out of the water, which they might be done with their laps. We'll see. Colapinto. Whoa, he's well behind the group. Alright, so first of all, heck of a lap from Ollie Behrman. Esteban Ocon makes it through as well. I'm a Haas fan, so I like to see that. Alex Albon, surprise, actually. Kimi, big surprise. But then your usual suspects of Alpine and Kick Sauber are out. Okay. Max at the top. That's all good. So we made it into Q2. That is a positive. And they both have a 97 setup. So I'll use a set of old softs. And I will send them out right away. So we'll put Checo out first since last time he got caught up since the traffic.
Sessions should be starting now.
Yep, and then we'll just put it on times 8 because this is not the representative lap. Alright, at the end of their banker laps, Checo's only 6.5 tenths and Mick is almost a full second. Okay, so let's get them back in and get them ready for their one good run lap here. On brand new softs with one tank or one lap of fuel. And we'll wait till about 2 minutes and 40 seconds again. Actually, I want to get Mick out kind of early. So we're going to send Mick out now. And we'll send Checo out now. And we'll watch Mick's lap. He might get a little bit of a draft from Esteban. Yeah, that might be a little too close, actually. Hopefully he makes improvements. That car's not bad looking. I like that car. Got out of the way on his straight. Would like to see that. No improvement in Sector 1. And Checo's starting his flying lap now. A lot of people. A lot of traffic. This might have been a bad strategy on my part. He's got improvement in Sector 2. Everyone's getting out of the way. Alright. No one caught. Where are we at?
You'll be 15.
Oh, no improvement.
I can recharge on and box this lap. Copy.
And he's getting caught up in some lap traffic. Great. Yeah, no improvements. This might be all that we can expect. Let's see, Checo. Yep, no improvements. What a shame. That's probably on me. I should have kept him until 2 minutes and 40 seconds like last time, but I was worried about lap traffic, and it happened anyway. Yeah, 15th start. 15th's not a bad spot. 15th, we can make improvements from 15th. All right, Checo, you did make it into Q3, so that's good for our first race. We're gonna use these old tires. And we'll send him out.
Okay, that's green light.
Get these banker laps in. Yeah, he's improving. Hey, that's not bad
P9.
for
So
some
let's
old
save fuel
tires.
on the in-lap. Copy.
And there won't be any traffic. It's gonna be close though. We only got. All right, hurry up and get in because we need to change your tires and get you back out. Stat. All right. One fresh rubber run. And you'll be right behind, I believe that is Alonso. Who was that? Was that Stroll or Alonso? Nope, that was Stroll. Alright, just watch out for him. Yeah, and you got a good gap as long as Tsunoda doesn't get in the way. As long as you get out of his way. We should have enough time too. Yeah, we're good on time. Hopefully Tsunoda and Alonso get out of your way quick. And not in the middle of the turn. This is gonna be close. It might be right in the middle of the turn. Nope, okay. And Tsunoda is gonna get out of our way hopefully soon. We did improve. Tsunoda gets out of our way in the straight. Good deal. Improvement on sector 2. Nope, no improvement on sector 2. Uh-oh. We might be starting 10th and 15th. We'll see when he crosses the line. P9. P9 and 15. Okay. So points are on the board. I mean, points would have been on the board just because we made it into Q3. But we don't know how good our race pace is. All right.
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Bahrain International Circuit was Formula One's first venue in the Middle East, and is still a calendar favourite. Dusty and challenging, this desert track is a real test of endurance for teams and for drivers. Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
All right, it's race day. So, we saw the starting grid. Mick is in 15th. Checo is in 9th. All right. So as long as we're 11th and 16th, we should be good. This is your stats and all that. Expected strategies. It's a soft, medium, or a medium. Basically 2 softs and a medium. They're expecting a 2-stop. And it looks like you got about 6/10 between in lap times. So that's what they got us on, a soft, medium, soft strategy. Let me play around with the strategies a little bit here. In fact, I want you to start on the mediums because I want you to go long. Yeah, I'm liking that strategy a little bit better. Don't want them having overlapping strategies. Gonna underfuel you guys by 1 lap. Start off very aggressive. Underfuel by 1 lap. let's start this race off.
You're witnessing a new chapter in Formula One as 11 teams line up on the grid. The calm composure of Sergio Perez amongst the hustle and bustle of the grid.
They start this race.
Where'd our livery go?
Eager to fight for a place in the points.
We've lost our livery, boys.
But just what will happen here? Your
It's weight
guess
saving.
is as good as mine.
That is...
This is it. 22 cars on the grid.
Here we go.
It's lights out and away we go.
Alright, let's get into my favorite camera angle for the start. Here we go. Checo making up a spot. He's racing here with Norris. He's got the outside line. No wrecks, no wreck. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was a little bit... Alonso almost took out... Who was that, Hamilton? We're still racing with Norris. Looks like Mick lost a spot off the start. Alright. Go up here to Schumacher and see if he's staying with Albon here. Albon must have had a good start. Alright, let's get this some two times speed here. Checo's keeping up. So our race pace, at least at the start, with underfueled cars is good. Once this gets to about 2.5, we'll bring it down. And then it'll naturally catch back up throughout the race. And we want to be at the closest to 0 without being so underfueled we don't finish the race, right? The tires are hot. DRS is now enabled, so what we can do is bring down these tires. Schumacher is still in a battle. I should have kept those going. Oh, almost ran into someone. Did we get past Norris there? No, we're still in 8th. Okay. Bring down the ERS. Mick Schumacher is chewing through ERS here. But he's also... No, we need to keep his going because he's lost his DRS. Dang it. I wasn't paying attention. So now he's dropping like a lot. And Checo is losing his DRS. That's because he's in a battle with Norris. Luckily, Norris had a bad line there. Oh, he's catching up quick. Ah, I lost it. Alright. Mick needs his ERS back. Because he got his spot back. Oh, I should have been continuing to watch. He got run off the road. What? Checo got run off the road. Let me see the replay of that. Oh, we're at 2.6. That's a little bit later than I wanted to be on that. That's okay.
Okay, mate, copy.
If we could increase lift and coast.
Copy.
And still in DRS, so you gotta stay in DRS kind of on your own here. Get around him. There we go. Oh, but don't lose too much time to Alonso ahead. Kind of gotta get settled in here, though. Yeah, we watched that live, so we're not gonna watch the replay of that. Oh my goodness. And Mick is getting hounded by Hulkenberg. Oh. Well, we are on the mediums, they're on the soft. That makes sense. And Perez keeps on fighting with Norris, which means Alonso keeps on getting ahead. Hulkenberg took over Schumacher finally. We need to finish where Hulkenberg is now. So I know we're running long on these tires, so I'm not too worried about it now. And as long as he stays in DRS, he can kind of drag us. And Checo kind of needs to just let Norris drag him as well. We're kind of losing Norris. Nope, caught back up because Alonso just got overtaken by Norris there, so good deal. Oh, and they take him right back. You cannot do that on 2 times. Let's watch the battle ahead from Checo's point of view. See if we can get ourselves in the mix of that. Mick needs to do a lot to catch back up, so we're actually going to make him go aggressive on the tires.
Let's see what pace you can do.
And we're going to see if you can...
Overtake available.
try to catch up to Behrman here, using ERS and a little bit more aggressive on the tires. Let him do a full lap with that strategy. Maybe kind of break away from Hulkenberg as well. And we're about to run out of ERS actually, so... Yep, we're out. Checo's chewing through his tires. And getting overtaken by a Russell. Uh-oh. See if we can get that spot back. Alright, and Mick Schumacher is in DRS range. Behrman, oh, and he just passed him. Perez overtook Russell, so let's watch that. Down the main straight. Solid overtake. Oh, late break on Russell's end.
And as a result, 8th place is theirs.
Ooh, he pushed him all the way through, huh? Alright. At least keeping up with Alonso. Just lost that spot back. Nope, and we got it back. Okay. See if we can break off of Ollie with an aggressive tire strategy. Oh, we might not be able to break away from him. He is keeping up. Lots of back and forth overtaking. Perez is keeping up with Alonso and losing Russell, passing Alonso. I like to see that. Alright, Mick, you have gotten away from Behrman, so we're going to cool you down on the tires. Nice little gap. Oh, but Esteban's coming quick, huh? Ugh. Alright. Oh, Perez is making plenty of overtakes. He just overtook a Red Bull. Oh, what a pack. Let's see this. Late braking by Perez. Yeah, that's what you get for taking a seat. Good overtake. What are we looking at tires-wise? We're kind of keeping up with everybody. We're doing better on our mediums than Leclerc is, but he's doing a lot of back and forth fighting. So the fact that there's only 2 cars on mediums and one is in 3rd and one's in 15th, we might be able to get... Alright, we just entered our pit strategy.
Yeah, copy.
Good deal. Tsunoda went into the pits.
How are the tires?
Front left giving up a bit.
We might have to pit him early. Because we've been battling so hard and he's losing tires quick. Is Schumacher going to get out in front of Tsunoda? Okay. Oh. All right.
The car behind. And we can use overtake.
Yeah, let's get past him. We're going to use this to keep Tsunoda behind, hopefully. I want to slow Tsunoda down because he's got the undercut strategy. And we want Checo to come out in front of him. So if we can keep Tsunoda behind for as long as possible without killing our own tires. Gonna end up using all our DRS, or our ERS, though. Yep, see, we slowed him down good right there in that corner, but he's got us overtaken here with DRS easily. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna hit Checo in 2 laps. We're gonna kill these tires, switch to mediums, not this lap, but next lap. Stop with the ERS. Yeah, these tires aren't doing us any good anymore. Just keep up with George. Yeah, George, just their tires are way better than ours. Alonso pits. Yeah, Tsunoda completely lost us. 5 seconds in 2 laps is ridiculous. But we're pitting this lap with Perez. .8. Let's see what that is in the 2.8. It's not bad, I don't think. Schumacher's about to enter his pit window. All right. Well, we definitely didn't cut off Tsunoda enough because he's about 4 seconds ahead of us. Alright. He can kill these tires off and hit
Could be a debris.
Hulkenberg locked up. Let's see what we got here.
Hulkenberg there. Things are okay at this stage. And there goes the steering. Now they did leave it very late.
That's not bad. Okay.
There's a yellow flag now.
Oh, because there was a crash. Lawson and Hajar both fighting. Okay, so that's what the debris will be from. But it's not a BSC or a safety car, unfortunately. So that would have helped make out a lot. Racing incident. Mick's gonna come in and he should come out ahead of Behrman. Maybe? No. Well behind Behrman. Okay. Well, shoot. Speed this up and get going. Mix on softs when most people are probably on mediums. Yep. So he's going to catch Behrman quickly. Should overtake him on this straight. No, he's losing him. And we got to conserve fuel.
All right, let's let these gas tanks kind of catch back up. We'll be at time 16 here. Need to make sure we're saving batteries too towards the end of the race. We'll get to about half a kg here, a kilogram. Checo, Mick, getting a little closer to their pit stop times. About lap 41. Uh-oh, they're gonna be pitting around the exact same time. Ugh, don't want that. Is Mick making any ground? Kind of making some ground on Albon. He's got pressure.
Yeah, could be.
Alright, yeah, he's got some pressure. Oh, Perez is making an overtake, hopefully, here soon. So you got fresh tires on Sonoda probably. No. How are we keeping up? Oh, we're losing him. He just came out of the pits. Yeah, we lost DRS quick. But there's this huge gap to Lawson, so it almost makes you want to pit now. See if we can get an undercut on anyone else. In fact, I'm gonna smoke these tires and see if we can do a huge undercut. Oh, those are used though. I could go to hards, but that's gonna be super slow. So actually, no, we're not gonna smoke these tires. We'll put them on aggressive though. He's about to get overtaken by Albin here. So maybe we put him on aggressive as well. Ugh, that's a good overtake from Albin. Let's use some ERS to get caught back up. Oh, don't lose him now. Right on his tail. Make the overtake back and put away our ERS. And we are going to do a pretty early pit stop for Mick here. Go to the end on fresh softs. We'll see if we can do long on Perez. You got 17 laps left. Perez is kind of in his own little space here. He's got 10 seconds to Russell. And he's almost 5 seconds behind Piastri, so he's on his own little island here. Mick should be pitting this lap. Yep. We'll do next lap for Checo.
Box this lap.
Nope, next lap.
Yeah, copy. Box,
No.
box.
Next lap, pit Checo. Mick, are you pitting? Yep, perfect. Let's check out these pit stops. We'll do it in 1x speed. And hopefully we're not the last ones to pit. Stroll's got us beat. Russell. That's not a great pit stop time. But he's on fresh softs. So he should be able to take Antonelli and Sainz and Hajar as well. Try to get Albon and Lawson, and maybe we'll be up in like P12 with him. And Checo's coming in this lap. Right? Yeah. Russell's gaining on us pretty quickly, so we're probably going to be coming out in 9th. Schumacher took over Antonelli there. Good deal. And we will use our deploy on him. Try to keep with Hajar here. Not a great pit stop time. Our pits are not great. We're doing almost 3 seconds. And that should leave us with a nice gap. Well, we're almost basically guaranteed points as long as Perez doesn't screw up. Schumacher's going to be probably a little bit too far away. Yeah, because even with signs, we might be able to catch signs. But we're not going to catch anyone else after that. Just a little bit out of our reach, I think. And Alonso's got... Yeah, we're not catching Alonso either. So we'll get 2 points out of this race if we finish where we're standing. That's not bad for a debut. Speed this up a little bit. Alright, Mick is in range of overtaking Carlos, so we'll watch that. Oh. Oh, don't bump too much. Oh, he got a good launch. Good job. We might be able to break away from him too, because he's on older mediums and we are on softs. Yep. And we're gonna take Lawson. So he'll finish P11 if he can catch up to Lawson. But Stroll is too far and has too decent of tires to catch him. Especially if Sainz keeps on our butt. This back marker just unlapped himself on us. I don't know why we let that happen. He should be giving blue flags. He's slowing us down. He's giving Piastri a chance to catch up. Get out of the way. Who is this? Is this Colapinto? Yeah. This dang rookie getting in our way. Get around him, Checo. Make him slow up Piastri. Really? Well, at least you're getting DRS off of him. Oh, Mick Schumacher is almost caught up to Lawson. That's not bad. I haven't even been touching his DRS. Gonna be in a little bit of a DRS train. Gotta do it. Yep, that's all of our battery. What the heck?
Copy.
What was that? Is that Gabby? Yeah, he just stopped in everybody's way. Now he gets out of the way, now that there's a fight. That's got to be something wrong with the code. Well, we had a 2-second lead on Piastri, but that is gone. I think so is he. 8 seconds to catch up to Stroll. Maybe. 8 laps in 8 seconds? Probably not. Checo's going to be in a little bit of fight with Piastri, probably all the way through. Well, not making turns like that. He can just stay on his butt and not lose DRS, or yeah, DRS. Yeah, he's losing it. Use the rest of DRS up right here. I don't think he got it. Nope. He regained it. Okay. I really want to try to get double points, so we're going to use all of Mick's battery. Uh, 5 laps, 5 seconds. I think we're also, no, we're not going to kill his tires. We'll save it. Yeah, I think Perez has officially lost Piastri. Yeah. He didn't get into DRS. I don't think he's gonna return to DRS. Nope. Save this fuel. Maybe we'll get one good push lap. Mick's not making enough ground on Stroll, I don't think. P11's not bad. Maybe Colapinto will slow him down too. Perez got back in fighting range with Piastri. Speed this up to the last lap. Colapinto's got to get out of our way. Yeah, he's lost him. Alright, last lap. When we cross that line, we're going to push hard. Perez has lost Piastri. In fact, we're just going to kill these tires. We don't need to take them home with us, so might as well use them. There's the start finish line. And we will push everything we got. Boom. Make sure we don't run out of fuel. Once that hits 0, we're done.
Max Verstappen.
Oh,
Over the finish
Max won the
line,
race.
and today's winner.
Nora's got fastest lap, but that doesn't give a point anymore according to the new rules. Tsunoda 5th, that's not bad. Are we catching Piastri in time? Don't think so. And we're out of fuel as well.
If we could increase lifting coast slightly.
Yeah, confirm. Copy.
Yeah, we killed our battery as well.
Pack is low. Copy.
Mick is not going to be able to catch Stroll, unfortunately. So not a double points finish, but 2 points from Cadillac in debut.
That is the checkered flag.
Mick, who we didn't have
So we can
great
one
expectations,
yeah, we're gonna
finished
build up, don't worry.
Let's keep pushing.
a little over 2.5 seconds out of the points. It's not bad.
Everyone.
Yep, well done.
So once you've stopped the car, we can switch off.
Sergio Perez, currently the man on our screens.
A P9 finish today and some points on the board.
Yep, not bad, not bad.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
And that's win number 1 of the season. And it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
Good job. Double podium
With
for
that,
Ferrari.
the drivers finally get the chance to cool off and enjoy themselves.
Something I wish Ferrari would actually do. Get a double podium.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
Yeah. I agree.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
In the next round, we head to the shores of the Red Sea as Formula One returns to Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Jeddah should be a good track for us because we're pretty good at high-speed stuff, so. Yep, Checo started P9, finished P9, and Mick actually went up 4 spots, so that's not bad. Let's see where that puts us in the constructors. Exactly where we need to be, 6. Yeah, Aston Martin finished 7th with Fernando and Lance getting double points. Okay. We actually didn't have a bad pit stop with 2.6 seconds. We had a bunch of... Yeah, we had 2.88, 2906, 2982. This was the best stop. We need more of those. Man, now I kind of wish I would have had more faith in Mick, because 11th is really good for him. That's where we expected Checo to finish. But I think Saudi Arabia is going to suit us a little bit better. So yeah, post-race data. I don't know how to do those. Someone let me know in the comments how to make your pit stops better. But got a new ATR period, but we don't have any people able to work on it because we have no engineers. And it should be done in what, 15 days, 14 days. So it'll be done just before the Melbourne race. Okay. Not a lot of low speed in Jeddah, so I'm actually thinking we'll be pretty decent at Saudi. Yep. And we will do that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of the 2026 Cadillac Formula 1 simulation, let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. I've been Twisted Jonathan. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. Bye.